Yo, what's good, boys? Welcome to this Madden 26 tutorial on how to play defense. When it comes to a high level. So I'm gonna be showing y'all my lineup real quick so you guys can get like a good understanding of why I have the cards I have, why I don't think it matters that much if you have a team. Of course, it matters, but you're gonna see what you're really looking for with this defense. So right here, as you can see, I'm rocking Travis Hunter. My most important players right here are this Travis Hunter and this Pat Surtain. Of course, Travis Hunter is just a dog, so you can just have it there. I have the Bond Witherspoon, Patrick Pearson, Akib Talib, and Pat Surtain. So what I'm basically doing, I have we're gonna be running the 3-3 double mug. It's a nickel formation, so we have uh, two outside corners and this slot corner. So it's not an even sided formation like yeah, the strong side is not even. It has a strong side, and what I'm doing basically is I have Travis Hunter in my slot, and I'm rocking Pastor 10 and Patrick Peterson as my outside corners. Why? One, because Pat Surtain is just Pat Surtain, he's a dog, and Patrick Pearson's got some, okay height. He's not a too much of a midget, and I only have him so he doesn't get beat over top. As you can see, he's 86 speed, so he's not like a turtle, but he's not fast. And most of the time, I just have him backed off in coverage. So it really hasn't been an issue. He's 6'1" actually, so I'd rather have him there than, for example, Ekip Talib. Ekip Talib is a better player, so I would want him in a better spot to make plays. I have him playing on top for me, over top. And Devon's Witherspoon, I am sorry, I can't talk. He's also playing over top for me. He's only 86 speed, but he's got 87 man coverage and 88 zone, and I like to run a lot of man coverage out of the double mug. So that's why I wanted this player to play safety. Because I could just man him up onto anyone, and he's gonna play decent man-to-man instead of having an actual safety there that just can't play man-to-man. And Travis Hunter, I want him to be able to just play on the slot. Like if I man him up to the slot receiver, which is probably gonna be a dog. Um, I just want him to be able to make plays. So we're gonna go into practice mode. I'm in the Vikings, the Minnesota Vikings defensive playbook, and a lot of people like to run different looks of defense. I really just stick to one and try to mix everything I do out of that. So, of course, there will be some situations where I go into something different, but for now, I'm just gonna keep it to the mug. And how do okay? No, no, what the hell am I doing? Like it is 6 a.m. for the record. So if I'm tweaking a little bit, please just understand that it is really it's not even late anymore. It's early in the morning. Let me just throw this one away so I can go to defense and show y'all what I'm doing. I have a Seahawks team. Why? Because it was cheap and it wasn't like completely dog trash, so that's why. And here, nickel, and I have like, you know, whatever. The line we're just looking for speed. So this Dwight Freeney on the Seahawks team, he's got decent speed. Chase Young is not a complete turtle. This Chopper Robinson is alright. I'm looking forward to upgrade these players, of course, because ladders incoming. I've been trying to save up coins. A little bit. My team was looking really bad before this, and I'm really looking forward to upgrading it a little bit. So we're gonna go into the coaching adjustments. Here we want the safety depth and width and to close and pinch, and that's basically it. All I do here, it's copy it. These are the settings that I use for these read keys, and I like playing with these either on default or 5. I really don't do any like zone drops because you can just stem them up or down. So yeah, and here. I'm gonna go over how to run man or the shells that I like out of man, as well as the blitz or the different, you know, pass rush that we're gonna get out of this. So here, I like the shell to make it a cover two shell, and then I'm gonna call the Texas foreman. And here on offense, I'm just gonna call something like, what can I call? I want something that doesn't have the running back. Yeah, like mesh spot. So here we are. Usually just using this guy or this guy, depends. So what I'm gonna do is spread the D line, spread the linebackers, so we're looking like this. And then the adjustments I do for bunch and basically for every formation is I zone out the slot corner and re-man up these dudes. You can see that these guys manned up to the tight end. I want to man him up to this guy right here and then man up these these linebacker that's closest to the tight end. And then the solo side, I just put a hard flat and man these dude up. So we're looking like this right now. Here your responsibility is anything, for example, a slant or something like that, that's your responsibility if it beats the man or the running back going out on a Texas route or a wheel route, you have to take care of that. So I usually man myself up to the running back in case I want to switch stick. If I see that he's on a wheel route, I will probably just run this way and switch stick off of him so he follows. So this guy, yeah, this man up, he's just gonna stick to it. So another adjustment that I really like doing is shading over top and inside. So now we can't get beat over top or it's gonna be a lot harder, and we also got the inside shade. So this defense is really good. I'm just gonna let the CPU snap the play, of course. Okay, I shaded over top, so that's instead of being a hard flat, it turned into a cloud flat. So let me just do this again real quick. There it is. So these are just of course with practice you're gonna get this down. You're gonna be able to do it quickly. You just gotta hop into practice mode and practice it. And with these Texas foreman, the pressure is gonna come in really, really, really nice. Of course, they got a wheel route, like the one thing that you have to defend. I'm gonna actually play for the wheel route. Let's see. Oh my gosh, bro. Like this. I would do this and then try to switch stick onto someone. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I usually do, and then just switch stick onto anyone else. Um, that's one of the mid blitz looks. Of course, another shell that you could do is okay. I just damn. Okay, I usually just do the same thing on this side, but if I see that this guy is getting beat on a drag or there's always something hitting me to this right side underneath, I'll just put my D line on a hard flat and just basically like do these other side like the exact same thing, or you can like instead of having hard flat put it cloud flat and like stem it all the way up. I mean not all the way but like a decent way up, so if there's a crosser here that you can't guard, these guys gonna do a really good job at playing it. And stuff of that nature is just adjusting based off if you're getting beat over top or you feel like you're getting beaten over top, you can just put this guy on a deep zone and then man up this guy, and then you take the running back. There are only so many things that you could do with this, but that's the main thing. Like I really don't like just playing stock man to man. I do like zoning out a couple players, and it's usually always my slot, the one that's getting put out in the zone. Because why am I doing this? Because this guy is in the slot, so he's gonna play this curl flip pretty well against corner routes or anything. Like he has like a good angle to make it here to the sideline quickly. And if he runs a streak, the slot just runs a streak, it is way better that this guy is man up onto him because he has no way of getting bumped. Like he's just gonna follow him along the route. So yeah, that's why I like this shell. And some things that you could do is like maybe cross man it, like use this linebacker to man up the tight end if you're expecting a post or a drag, so he kind of has like an advantage. I wish that you could like cross man this safety onto any of these guys right here. Unfortunately, I can't do that. So this is the main shell that I like running, or the main shells I like running at a man. Let me call again, the play again. What sorry if I'm stuttering a little bit. I'm not good with this talking shit. If I have a guy, or I'm playing against a guy that's just a rollout demon. He's just rolling out. I'm gonna call either the left Texas two man or the right Texas two man. Why? Because if we are in the Texas four man, um, let me just go to the instant replay. See if okay. Yeah, as you can see, this is the Texas four man. What this guy on the outside is doing, he runs inside and kind of like tries to loop, and that happens on both sides. So here, if I'm trying to contain, if I try to QB contain, like physically, like press the buttons to QB contain, it just doesn't work. Like you guys will see. I'm gonna show it to you right now. I'm gonna call it Texas Foreman and Meshbot. So here, I'm trying to contain. As you can see, no contains on the field. Um, so here, the thing that you're gonna look for is, for example, I have Justin Fields, so he's a righty, so he's most likely gonna run to the try to roll out to the right because just rolling out to the opposite side of his arm is just not good. So I'm gonna call a left Texas two man and then do the exact same adjustments and then contain. And as you can see, I'm able to contain of the opposite side of the Texas two man. Um, So we have the two men, the Texas coming from this side, and we have this contain on the other side, so he's not gonna be able to roll out. And from here we just do the adjustments, the whatever we want to do, and it's pretty much the same thing. Like as you can see, same thing. We just have a contain out there. So that's how I like to try to keep these players inside the pocket. Of course, if you're facing someone like Michael Vick, you want to do the exact same thing, but to the opposite side of the formation. This video might be a little long since I really want to try to go full in depth on some adjustments that I like to do against certain offenses. For example, I'm going to go to something a little bit more spread. Here, I'm going to call the mid blitz with the text foreman, and let me go to like Y off trail close. You guys will see it's literally the exact same thing that I've been doing. For example, this play flood. I'm going to do the exact same adjustments and slot here, boom, boom, and something like this. As you can see, it is the exact same thing, just a little bit more spread. And I'm gonna tell you, this with a couple like route commits, for example, if you think that this guy is gonna be in a corner route, you can just route commit him outside, and you should be fine with it. Or the tight end, like route commit inside, whatever you want to do. Like for example, I know he's in the six, so I'm just gonna route commit outside. I'm gonna route commit inside, and I think these are all going to the outside, like these dudes. So as you can see, this will do a really good job at playing um against this. It is a cage. Like if you can just try to route commit some routes, like if you're expecting a corner route, for example, here I route committed every single guy to the guy to the route that I was expecting. So as you can see, this is basically not open. You can argue that this is a throwable ball, but like if he wants to live of just throwing this, all right, dude, like you can take that. Like I don't care. I mean, this guy actually like try to baits, and then the corner out is just completely back with this curve flat that we have here. So everything is just caged, and this other dude backed. You can use it. It is everything is covered for the most part, and the other shot I just showed you, for example, like a hard flat on this side, we want to like I don't know, have a deep zone, something like this. This another look. They could do the job. Um, so now we have help over top, and yeah, so this is pretty good. Like if you want to live by taking that, I am cool with it. It's whatever. You can try to switch ticket and make a play, but but yeah, this is what I'm doing out of main coverage. Now I'm gonna show you the other blitz that it's been very popular here, which is you want to call the mid blitz, but without any stunts, just stock mid blitz, and we're gonna do the exact same thing. But now I'm gonna crash my D line the opposite side of the tight end. For example, here the tight end is to the left. I'm gonna crash to the right, and I'm gonna use here this guy. That the guy this side of the tight end. So we have like this sort of overload on this side. So the adjustments I like to do out of this is put this guy on a hard flat, the guy that's on the tight end side, and we can do like sort of a freestyle out of this, like again something like this. Of course, this is a riskier look, but you guys are gonna see the blitz. Let me just try to, bro, snap the ball. As you guys can see, he comes screaming in, and we're only sending 4 people. What I'm doing here with my user, as you guys can see, I'm standing right here, like in front of the D line, the O line, sorry, and then I hit him, and I just try to disengage. How do we disengage? It is very simple. I'm gonna do the exact same thing here. Boom. Okay, I fucked it up already. That was my bad. That was my bad. That was my bad. I'm just gonna do it like this. How do we disengage? Is when you are engaged with the center, what you want to do is spam the A button while pointing your left stick, like um upwards, up. Like you want to push your stick up, and spam A or X on PlayStation. So that's how you disengage. If you don't press A while doing this, you won't be able to disengage. Just know that if you don't press A, you won't be able to get out of that block. Even if you pray, like there's nothing that can save you from it. And this is the other blitz. I really don't use it too much. Like I just casually send it when I feel like they're not gonna block their running back. This only works if they send their running back on a route. If they block the running back, it's gonna get picked up. So you have to really mix it in because it's fairly easy to pick up. Um, the other thing I like doing is come out temp 2 again, Texas 4 man or right Texas 2 man, whatever. And let's run spacing switch, whatever. Here I do the exact same setup, and I try to always use the guy that's in a mid read. And I like this sort of shells, for example, something like this. I just cover 3 this side. I mean like this. I have a hard flat, and what I like doing out of zone coverage is shade down and shade inside. So now we're looking like this: hard flat, and a couple zones here and there. So this is what we're working with right now. Of course, out of this, you can like man up the running back, or man up the tight end, or man up the slot, or like do whatever you want to do. So here, let me just snap it, and now we can switch stick onto whatever. These shells are made for switch sticking. So, for example, if I'm running this other shell that I really like, um, I am just gonna be switch sticking from it. So, for example, if I expect anything on the left side, what I like doing is, for example, I'm gonna bait that I'm gonna be using this side. So I'm just gonna stand like here, for instance, and then as soon as the ball gets snapped, I run towards the opposite side of what I'm actually trying to lurk, and then switch stick onto the opposite side. So it just kind of like throws him off. So here I just sprint to the side, and then I go and switch stick to the opposite side, if that makes sense. It's just kind of like strategy to throw people off. It really works. A lot of the time they're just gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?" and end up throwing the ball away or getting sacked because they're just gonna be scared of throwing anything. Because it looks kind of crazy, like here, and then you just switch stick onto anything and try to make a play. It just makes it really hard for the defense for the offense to make a read. Another look that I like doing, I really show you these 2 looks. Like I talked about the first one, but this is the cover 3 cloud. What I'm doing is switching this to a deep half, inside thirding this side, and just putting a half line on this guy, and I'm using this here. Um, yeah, pretty basic. Shade down, shade inside. So we're looking like this. Another shell would be the exact same thing, but from the opposite side. Let me reset the play and do something like this, which now we have like a cover 2 on this side with this cover 3 look on this side. It's almost like the same thing, but instead of a third, we have a deep half. So it's a little bit harder for a streak to burn us over top. And I really don't do that much from that. Like you just gotta have a good switch and be able to mix in your coverages. For that specific defense, I like rocking the hooks on 5 because those hooks actually play really good. And there's a particular reason why we're calling Tampa 2 is because of the hook zones. As you can see, we have stock hook zone curl here in our slot corner, and you guys are going to see a difference. So let's say that I was calling any other coverage without this hook zone, and I wanted to put a hook. So I decided to put a vert hook. You guys will see how this plays. I'm just gonna let it snap. Okay, so this is a really bad play to like use it as an example. Let me call a different play. Um, again, come out temp 2 and run mesh bot. I think that this should be a good play. Let's just put him on a vert hook so you guys can see. He just matches. That was really quick because the CPU is just throwing the ball like as soon as the ball gets snapped. But let me just go into the replay. This happens with zone drops, shaded down, everything. There's nothing you can do to stop these Verhook from doing this. Instead of just playing his assignment, he matches all the way. So we don't want that. If we want him to match onto something, we can just man him up. So that's why we have to call this stock hook zones, because these don't are not gonna match. So let me just let the stock hook zone play. As you can see, he actually like stays there in this place. He will actually play the hook zone. So that's why we want this, and that's why we're calling Tempe 2. Plus, it is a really good really good defense. Just base coverage. This is really good. Like it works fairly well. Um, in case we get quick hike, like this is a decent shell that we could use. Um, what else do I have out of this that I like running? Like I really don't get too much into any cover threes. Like I've seen some people run nickel dog 3 bus. I really don't like too much, or these bug zone blitz. I don't love it because you can basically do the exact same things out of Tempe 2. It's just a little bit more tedious for me. So that's why I like doing it at Tempe 2. I'm really comfortable in it. So if I want to have a cover 3 shell, I can just adjust to it really quick. Like I feel like I'm pretty good at quick adjusting. Like I can do it pretty fast. So I really don't have any issues with it. And I feel really comfortable. The only coverage here is nickel dog mech. I actually do call this, and let's see, like doubles flex off close. Let's just call it like a wild sale. We're gonna do the exact same thing, and the only thing I like doing is putting these guys in a hard flat or anything of that nature. Or for example, these guy in a cloud and man up these dude onto whomever, I don't know, and just rock it like this. Or you could like, I don't know, maybe put this guy on a, of course I can't put him in a hook zone. You can blitz him and put like this guy on a hook curl, right? This hook curl will actually play because it's not a vert hook, it's a hook curl. So we can have like something like this and pass commit. For this coverage specifically, it is match coverage, so we can't shade over top or underneath or anything. I mean, I don't know if we're able to shade over top, but we cannot shade underneath, or else this thing will turn into a hard flat and the match will be gone, and it's just not gonna work. So we're just gonna let this thing play out. As you can see, like everything is basically covered. Of course, the running back's open, but whatever. Like we can just put a hard flat out there. I like to mix in again. This is just for quick little mix ins. I don't like basing my coverage out of match because I feel like it is inconsistent. It matches fake defense, like you're just relying on the CPU playing for you, and that's something I really don't like too much. And but I mean, it plays really well. If your opponent has no idea you're gonna come out in match, match is probably just gonna guard it. So as you can see, everything was bagged. Basically, that was open just because I switched it onto him and tried to take care of the corner right because I thought the match would get burned, but no, everything is bagged. It is a decent coverage to mix in from time to time and just make very few adjustments. The only adjustments I like to do out of this nickel dog mag are very little and are just on the side that the guy is manned up. For example, here, mesh bot, the only adjustments I would do are on this side, on the right side. Like for example, man up these dude, or put a hard flat on these dude right here, and just leave this left side just stock. This will play out decently. Like as you can see, okay, I didn't even have time to see what was going on in the field because he used to do it instantly. But you guys get the point. Another defense that's been really popular is this 1-4. I don't love it because I feel like the blitz it's really easy to pick up. Like I think you just have to like literally just ID the guy that's coming in, but I'm gonna show it anyways. All you gotta do is turn off this play call, the defensive, the auto flip, and disable this motion response. And we're gonna come out in this crossfire. A lot of people like to call it flipped. I don't. I just call it like normal. And what you're gonna do, or what I do at least, is pinch my D line, contain, and user this guy, and put him in a zone. So now you can set like this cover four look, and we got something like this. So let's let this blitz run. As you can see, he kind of like tries to loop in. There are like a couple of ways of running it. For example, you could like do the exact same thing and then like shade your line towards the left, yeah, and you're gonna have this look that is pretty decent. As you can see, he's gonna try to loop in more times than not. But I really don't like calling this defense. You're only sending four with your backer, and if you're playing any player with a little bit of a brain, that's not gonna come in at least consistently. So that's why I don't run it. I like the mug. I feel like the text format is consistent pressure. You can just call it stock, like the whole game just Texas format without doing anything else, and you're gonna get decent pressure out of it. And that's basically all I have to say for this.